Good morning. Thank you for joining Buzz on Business. I am Barb Lessman with the Northern Medina County Chamber Alliance and Sedgwick. And I have with me today Ed Bremer. Ed Bremer is with Ohio Cabinets and Remodeling. Thank you for joining us today to share about your business.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course, it's our pleasure. So, first question, the biggest question is tell us about yourself and your business.
So I've been in the remodeling industry for about 40 years.
Wow.
So I've done everything from replace a kitchen sink to build an addition. We've done projects upwards to $750,000.
Wow.
So big things and little things all the way through. As we changed and we've changed over the years, our focus became kitchens and bathrooms, and that's what we do. We don't do any outside work, no windows, no siding, no roofing, none of that kind of stuff anymore. But when it comes to kitchens and bathrooms, we do typically 70 or 80 kitchens a year and almost that many master bathroom suites. And those projects range from typically in the $50,000 range in the Brunswick area, and they go much higher than that, depending on who we're dealing with.
Okay.
We have 3 designers on staff,
Okay.
and those are folks who have been through design school. They are graduates of interior design.
Okay.
We use a 2020 software, which allows people to see what their project's going to look like before we start. Before we lift a hammer, they can see everything, make easy changes and things. We've been in our current location on Center Road for about 5 years.
Okay.
About 4,000 square feet of fun stuff. So we have cabinetry, countertops, hundreds and hundreds of tile samples, flooring, plumbing fixtures, electrical parts. You can come in 6 days a week, look around, ask questions. We'd be more than happy to help you as far as that goes. 4256 Center Road,
Okay.
right next to Papa John's Pizza.
Okay. All right.
Easy to find.
That is super easy to find. And I did not know that. So I am so glad you're here to share that about your business and what you do and where you're located, because everyone watching will want to know that.
Yep.
So, so designers, you've got the showroom. So you are doing 2 things in my mind. You're selling your product to contractors or subcontractors, but you're also doing all that remodeling on your own as well. So you have your own staff who take care of who do the remodeling in them.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. What happens in that process is someone will make an inquiry into the office. Either they'll come in the front door, or they'll make a phone call, or through the email, internet interaction. I will go out personally and walk through their project.
Okay.
Ask a bunch of questions, find out what the project entails, take some pictures, take some measurements. I bring that information back to one of my designers,
Okay.
and they're going to do an initial drawing
Okay.
and an initial ballpark quote based on the conversation that I had in their home.
Okay.
We have the homeowner come in, spend an hour with us, and we show that information to them.
Yeah.
We show them the drawing, we give them that rough quote,
Okay.
and see if there's a fit between us. Often, that's the first stage of any process.
Yeah.
A kitchen remodel for us typically takes 6 to 8 weeks. So we're in your home every day, and we want to make sure there's going to be a fit between the customer and my staff.
Wow. Okay.
Because if we're not getting along in the beginning, it's only going to get worse when we're in your home every day, knocking on the door at 8 o'clock, and you're just tired of us being there because the process is very invasive. So when we start a project on Mondays, and we always start on Mondays, work 5 days a week. We don't do weekends, don't do evenings. It's the same crew of guys the homeowner is going to see.
Okay.
So it's very comfortable, but we also know that we need to get in and get out. So it's a steady flow of traffic from the beginning demolition through the mechanical stages, cabinet installation, painting, flooring. There's someone there every day practically for that entire period of time. So it's a nice, we're not jumping from one job to the next to do things. We're there to do your job and make sure it gets done properly.
Having had work done at my own home, it mattered when whoever came in to do the work, we had a relationship. They were nice, we were nice. I went on to my life in my home, and it was like it worked well. So it is important. The fit is important.
It's very important.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do is then I stop back on that project and I visit. I'm the project manager as well.
Okay, right.
So we have a bunch of projects going, but you get to see my smiling face a couple, 3 times a week, if not more, to make sure that everything is going correctly.
It's a smiling one and a happy one.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect. You've been in business for 40 years. That's phenomenal. Then you're a professional for sure, for sure. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. My daughter, Nicole, is the second in command.
Oh, great.
So when she was on my hip, if you will, and literally on my hip, she is number 2 in the company. She runs the books. She is our lead designer, but she is extraordinarily knowledgeable for a 27-year-old young lady.
Amazing. So you're all family. You're family owned. This is family owned business.
It's a family-owned business.
Local family owned.
Yep. But
Okay.
people often underestimate my staff and their experience level. Nicole spent many a summer in the field pounding
Yeah.
nails and learning how construction works.
Yeah.
Melissa, another one of my designers, her father was a contractor. So again, very similar background to Nicole in that they know the construction business.
Yeah. Which is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it makes it's a big help when people have questions and how are things going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. I think you shared so much great information. I didn't have to ask too many questions because you just shared everything you needed to about your business. This concludes our segment for today. Thank you so much for coming in, Ed. It was great to meet you today and great to learn about your business. Thank you for joining us on this segment of Buzz on Business. We will be right back.